I didn't know that day would be the end of everything. I made such a huge mistake that I started a moment I could never take back. I shouldn't have done it. But at that moment, I didn't realize how blind I had become. My best friend, the woman I had known and trusted for years, turned out to be my greatest fear. And that old friend, the one I knew, the one I was closest to, in 1 second became my enemy with a secret that made me learn things I never expected. It all started during a business trip. I had begun noticing strange behaviors from my friend. She wasn't as happy and relaxed as she used to be. I knew she wasn't that kind of person. One morning, before heading to the office, something inside me whispered that something was wrong. A suspicion started to form in my mind. But what was it? I always thought she would tell me everything. However, over time, I began to feel an emptiness that made me realize she was hiding something. One day, in a rush and excitement, she left her phone on her desk. Yes, I had no right to do this, but the curiosity and suspicion inside me were uncontrollable. Without questioning my own morals, I froze my eyes on the screen of her phone. Messages, emails, files. They all looked suspicious. There was a heavy sense of doom behind everything. Emails about the company's financial reports, and emails she never explained to me. My friend was making transactions without getting approval from the managers. But this wasn't a mistake. In those emails, I saw that a large sum of money had been transferred from the company budget, and she had hidden the transactions. It was something she had done. It was such a huge fraud that exposing it could cost her everything. At first, I didn't know what to do. I was in shock. My friend, the woman I had loved and trusted for years. But then, as I suspected more, I realized not just this secret, but much more. When I learned the source of that secret, everything suddenly turned darker. Not only had she harmed the company, but she had also hurt me, her closest friend. She had planned this crime with my boyfriend. Yes, she was in a relationship with my boyfriend. But this wasn't just a casual love affair. She had manipulated the woman I had known for years, the one I considered my best friend, to commit this crime. And they were both betraying me. I thought about it for days. Should I reveal this secret? Should I ruin her life? Because they had ruined mine. I was in shock. I couldn't get over it for days, couldn't go to work, couldn't even leave the house. I couldn't accept this. How could they do this to me? I had never hidden anything from her. I had always told her the truth. But this time, the truth came with a huge price. I knew how dangerous exposing that secret would be. I kept asking myself, was it worth it? They had ruined my life. Should I ruin theirs? Or should I quietly disappear, accept it, and move on? My conscience told me a lot. But after staying silent for so long, I finally had to reveal the secret. A week later, the company's big annual conference took place. When the moment came, there was a heaviness in my chest. My skin was crawling. I knew she was there and everyone's attention would be on her. I couldn't take it anymore. Before the conference started, I took the stage with the documents proving her crime. Everyone was looking at me, and all the top executives of the company were there. My heart was pounding as I exposed the huge fraud she had committed. On the screen, I showed all the emails, financial reports, and secret documents I had secretly recorded. At first, no one could believe it. There was such shock that the trust in her eyes vanished. In that moment, it was just her, so small and defenseless, now an enemy in everyone's eyes. Everything seemed to disappear before my eyes. That moment, my friend's life would never go back to how it was. That moment, all trust in the company was shattered. Everyone took a step back, and I practically screamed out loud, "This woman didn't just steal your money, she also stole my boyfriend, even though she was my closest friend." But the worst part is, now I have to live with this. Revealing that moment was far more difficult than anything else. Exposing a friend, someone I had trusted for years. Even though I had trusted her my whole life, it was so hard to betray her, even if it was in response to the betrayal she did to me. Even though it's been 5 years, I still can't get over what I went through. My biggest advice to you is never trust anyone in your life except yourself.